All right, so it is Palm Sunday. Um, it's been a pretty good weekend. I spent Saturday out on the boat with my father-in-law and my boys, and we went fishing and just enjoyed nature, enjoyed that sort of thing. Um, then today we had church, and it was good. But uh, while I was out on the boat with the boys, I just had a thought that sort of came to me, and figured I'd talk about it here because it does kind of relate to Palm Sunday in a sense. Um, Throughout the day yesterday, yesterday, one thing I kept noticing is just how much my boys have changed, right? Because somewhere in my mind, they're still like little, little cute things that you can hold, and they're not. 13 and 8, not exactly small, cuddleable. Is that a word? I'm gonna call that a word. They've grown up. They're growing up quicker every day. It seems like. Um, you just don't know how quickly things are going to change, and they do change quick. Um, you can never know how things are going to change or how quickly. That's just part of life. You've got to accept that life can change really fast. That's rally. Um, Things can go from 0 to 100 or 100 to 0 like that, right? Um, and you say, well, what does that have to do with Palm Sunday? And the answer is this: Palm Sunday is the day we celebrate Jesus' triumphal entry, right? Uh, and this is where we're talking about the closest thing that God, the cats are fighting, the closest thing that Jesus ever got to a true reaction that he should have gotten, a reaction he deserved, right? Jesus deserved way more than that, but it's the closest thing he saw in his lifetime to the reaction that he deserved, right? We're talking about the creator, the God of all things, the one who spoke it all into existence, who willingly became his own creation. He willingly became man, lived the life of man, which is, not easy, right? And paid the price that man owed on the cross for the sin of man to bring man back into relationship with him. That is crazy. That's amazing. And that's an example of change, right? It's a big change for him. It's a big change for us because we went from completely irredeemable. There's nothing we could do, right? But then the cross. And that took us from completely irredeemable to totally redeemed. So he didn't just, he didn't reset the meter. He didn't put us back on even so we could earn it again. He just said, you know what? You're good. You're covered. I got you. That's a change. And Palm Sunday's a change. Within 7 days, Jesus went from being, escorted in on the colt while the people sang Hosanna and laid down the palm leaves and this celebration of the Messiah's here. Within a week, it went from that to the same people probably yelling, "Crucify." And we would be that same people if we were, alive back then. We would have been the ones laying down the palm branches, and we would have been the ones yelling, "Crucify." Despite all that, God made a change. And then on the same thing, the same storyline, so to speak, you've got Jesus's triumphal entry on Palm Sunday. You've got the crucifixion, but then 3 days later, you've got the resurrection. A lot can change in 7 days. A lot can change in a month. A lot can change in 13 years, believe it or not. It's hard to believe my oldest is 13. Because, like I said, it seems like just the other day he was this small little cuddly thing that I could just hold, and now he's 13, and all that entails. So, change happens. Change isn't bad always. Sometimes it is for us, but when it comes to the cross, when it comes to the crucifixion, when it comes to the resurrection, that change is a 100% positive for us, right? Even more than that, because we went from 100% negative to 100% positive. We went from completely irredeemable to completely redeemed. We went from totally hopeless to total hope, and that's awesome. So, as this week goes on, and you go through the week, and you think about the things, you know, try to put yourself in the mind of Christ in this. What was he doing tomorrow? What was he doing on Wednesday? What was he doing on Friday? How much of a chain did he have going? Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, hope y'all have a great Easter coming up here in a week. Hope y'all had a good Palm Sunday today. And I'll see you next time.